What's going on, yo? What y'all doing? Headed to my uncle's birthday party. Oh shit. I didn't bring no music to bump. Guess we're gonna listen to the fucking radio. But yeah, this episode, last night's episode was about was called, you miss every shot you don't take. Tech Nine, Futuristic, and Dizzy Wright were in town. So I went downtown. I went to the venue, and I was in a weird mood yesterday. My mom even noticed it because I went to her house before. Make sure, don't be like Truth. Make sure that you wear your seatbelt. Put your seatbelt on before you even start driving. Everybody, safety first. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like me. But yeah, I was in a weird mood. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes maybe you feel like you're being overlooked or something like that. Maybe, for whatever reason, that might have been why I was upset. But we went downtown, and I spit a verse for Dizzy Wright, and got a reaction for Facebook Live, and that was tight. I'm trying to see about reposting the fucking. I accidentally made the post in my story, and so it may only last 24 hours, which is a bitch because I got a really great reaction from him. But regardless, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I got respect from him. I gave him my information. Maybe they'll reach out. You know what I'm saying? I haven't checked my email. I gotta go check my email. I gave a painting to Tech Nine's bodyguard to give to Tech. I saw Tech. We shook hands. You know what I'm saying? It was a real brief interaction. Like he was walking to his bus. I was talking to one of his roadies and shit. And I've met Tech a couple of times, man. For the most part, he's always been a humble dude. Like the first time I met him was around Eveready, and he had kind of shrugged me off at first, and then I was like a little heated and was like, "Hey, you want to hit this fucking blunt or what, bro?" And he stopped and like showed respect, and that was what kept me a fan, and so that stuck with me my whole life as far as you got to treat the fans right. You know what I'm saying? And so this episode is called "Just Keep Climbing." Because sometimes when you go, like, sometimes you'll have the idea, like, oh, fuck yeah, this might be my chance, right? And so, like, you shouldn't not take the shot just because you may miss the, like, goal. You know what I'm saying? That's why the last one was called, like, you miss every shot that you don't take. But more than anything, I went down there, and the fans in the line remembered me. Like, the folks that go stand in line, and I think that these are folks, like, some of them were folks that aren't even from Albuquerque. I think they might be from other parts of New Mexico, and they drive out here to go to the shows and shit. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that, like, not only did they recognize me, but they were, like, so enthusiastic and supportive that what it told me was we just got to keep climbing. You know what I'm saying? Because with or without a cosign, sometimes cosigns don't do shit for an artist. Sometimes, like, an artist will start backing other fucking artists that they're trying to break. They'll take them to do press like junkets and shit like that, radio, doing interviews and shit like that. And that artist still doesn't go anywhere. Like, I mean, you can dump all the fucking money you want into an artist, and if they're just not like resonating with fans, it ain't gonna fucking mean shit. So the fact that we're resonating with fans and like that people are even viewing these vlogs and interacting with us and shit, and that the movement is growing. Like I just put a post on Facebook about if you would like to join our street teams. Like we're trying to create street teams all around the world, and people, I made a blatant post about like if you'd like to join a True Rhymes street team, let me know. And people from all over the world were like, yo bro, we got you out here in Indonesia, bro. Like we got you out here in Sydney, Australia. I know a lot of folks in Canada want to fucking help promote us and shit too. And, people from all over the United States. So that was just eye-opening to me. Like that we're doing what we're needing to do. And it doesn't matter, how far you progress when you make a step. Just as long as you keep making steps and as long as you're continuing to progress, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do these vlogs so that I can stay in touch with the fans, but not only that, I do these vlogs for other artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do these as a way to like show an artist like this is what the fuck it's really about, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be an artist, it's not going to be all fun and games. Like, when we get inspired to be an artist, there are many things that inspire us. Some of the glitz and the glamour are what inspire people. They're like, oh, I want to be famous, I want to go to Hollywood, and I want to be part of I want to win a Grammy. I want to go to the Grammy ceremonies and shit. And like, literally all these fucking things are just events. Like, any person can buy a ticket to the Grammys. Any person can buy a ticket to the Oscars and shit. You know what I'm saying? There are actually a lot of people. I've heard about people getting jobs on Craigslist where they pay you to go sit at an award show and like applaud at particular moments. Like, they already have a program. They know how their event is going to run, when they're going to have what speakers at what times, like presenting which awards and which nominees and stuff. So they basically just, you show up, I guess, and what I imagine is they give you like a little bit of like a guideline, like an outline of like, hey, at this point we need you to like really make noise for whatever particular reason. You know what I'm saying? They just, to help crowd reactions. Like, they want some people to be like getting out of their seats and like giving a standing ovation and stuff like that. They literally pay people to be at these award shows and react, because you can't like get authentic reactions out of some people. Like, some people just don't like, they're not very theatrical or dramatic when they react to things. Like, even me, sometimes, like, I'm not very theatrical or dramatic when I react to things, and it's like, like, even Dizzy Wright, like when he was reacting to my video last night, like, you could tell like he was liking it, but like at first he was just like, really, what do you want from me, kid? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I just want respect more than anything. You know what I'm saying? And if you feeling what I'm saying enough for you to reach out to me and you say, hey, let's work, maybe we do a track, maybe we do a tour together. Like, basically, I'm the type of artist that if I really like see something inside of an artist, I fuck with them for real. You know what I'm saying? The cats that I was just touring with, I really liked their music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't lie, man. I feel a certain way towards Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know if I want to support that man's music. Like, he makes good music. I just don't know if I want to support it, because now we have a personal history. Cold, I fuck with Cold. You know what I'm saying? But like, even the tracks they did together, don't know if I really, and they were good songs. Like, there was some music that they were performing on the tour where I was like, that's some shit I bump, bro. But I had to deal with some fuckboy shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to listen to the songs that Cold's on with Matrix at this moment in time. You know what I'm saying? And that just comes with the territory, bro. Like, you will meet people in the music business where you might be a huge fan of their music, but like, you might not be a huge fan of their personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, people aren't always the people that they personify. Like, some people personify like tough motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be trying to act gangster and shit, and they ain't tough at all. Some people be trying to act all positive, and they are a fucking asshole. Like, some people get me hella twisted sometimes, because they think that just because I'm spitting like positive shit, that I'm like some fucking, like, I don't know, that I don't have parts of me that function in a non-positive way. I'm not fucking, I'm not Mr. Nice Guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't call me Mr. Nice Guy. They don't call me Mr. Positivity. They call me Truth. And part of Truth is there's real authentic positivity in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, part of what, like, my movement is all about is pushing yourself to be the best. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm inspired by people who overcome adversity and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm very inspired by people who didn't take no for an answer and like built a legacy off of hard work. And no matter how many times people told them no, they fucking were resilient and persistent and persevered. You know what I'm saying? So I got love for people who are willing to be real with themselves, because that's what this really takes, is you got to be real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be real with yourself. There's so many artists out here that are so fucking wrapped up in their own head, thinking that they got talent that they don't have. You know what I'm saying? It's like not that you can't be a talent or that you can't have skill at some point. You know what I'm saying? This is how I feel. I feel like some people, they aren't naturally talented. Like they might not have been born with like natural rhythm, but you can always develop skill. You know what I'm saying? Like realistically, and that's why I like fucking Will Smith, because Will Smith says he doesn't necessarily feel like he's like one of the best actors. Like naturally, he doesn't feel like he's a naturally good, talented actor. But what he does do is take his fucking job seriously, and that's what made him be a skillful actor. You know what I'm saying? And so that's something to think about, is especially when it comes to just keep climbing. Because if you're a young artist and you don't feel like you sound that great, like you got to get the fuck over it. You know what I'm saying? And you need to practice. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't fucking sound great when I first started rapping either. I wasn't the best in the world. But what happened was is I rapped every day for 2 or 3 years fucking straight. You know what I'm saying? And then hey, now I'm a motherfucker who's a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like now, and like not only just freestyling, but like I started learning the art of songwriting and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to construct a fucking verse. That's why I have verses. Like when I run up on people and I'm just like spitting the verse, like pardon me, are you ready for quality, thoroughbred artistry? The sickest MC and you're over here ever the hardest beats with beast on them. There's no leash on us, we starving, we keep scarring these weak artists with tree sparking, we ain't stalling. Like I'm constructing these words with power behind them. You know what I'm saying? I want these words to be impactful on people. I want my delivery to be either so precise or so strong that like it really leaves the person saying, damn, like I construct these flows to impress. You know what I'm saying? Because freestyles don't always impress and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you're an artist and you reaching out to other artists and they like really do this shit for a living, like don't take it personally when an artist is like, I really don't want to hear your freestyles, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't really take that shit personally. I don't take it personally when people don't like the recording process. Like people don't like sitting in the studio. People don't like hearing a track when it's halfway done. Like they want the finished product. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to eat a sandwich before it's made, right? You know what I'm saying? You gotta just keep those things in perspective, right? And I appreciate whoever tuned in just now. Whoever's watching, I appreciate you for watching. This video is gonna be kind of short. I'm about to pull up on my uncle's birthday party, so I can't really stay on for too long. But I just wanted to check in with y'all. Last night, we got shown a lot of love in my local community, and I hadn't felt like we had been getting a lot of love in my local community for a long time. And so I guess that set the record straight for me. And I love the support that we get from the locals. I love the support that we get from our global community and shit. You know what I'm saying? So just know that y'all are always in my heart for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what it's like to be a real person and have a real life. You know what I'm saying? Like we expect a lot out of people sometimes, especially artists. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, just like my music and like my posts and fucking buy my merchandise and go to my shows and shit. And then sometimes they don't even take into perspective like, what the fuck are you going through as a fan, like as a person? Like what are you going through? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you may not have the finances to show up to a show and buy a ticket and buy a VIP package. And maybe, hey, what's going on, Tim, man? I really appreciate you watching these every time I post, dude, for real. Like honestly, right now, you are one of our most supportive like folks in our community, and I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Because we wouldn't get anywhere without the support from people who are like, this dude isn't the coolest person in the world right now. Like I'm not the most popular artist in the world right now. I am definitely striving to be the most popular artist in the world one day, but I'm not the most popular artist in the world right now, and you're helping us get to that popularity. Because people who only follow trends and are only down with something when it's already cool, those are people who we were never going to get them to give us the first listens. We were never going to get their attention first off. You know what I'm saying? It's you, bro. You alone. It's you and everybody else like you who's giving us a chance right now, even though we're somebody who, I'll be honest, I'm a fucking nobody. Nobody's fucking, there on a mass scale, there are not a lot of people who know who I am. There are individuals who know who I am, and there are little groups of people who know who I am, like scattered around the world. And not to overlook y'all at all. I appreciate every single one of y'all, every single person that listens to the music, that like watches these videos. I appreciate every single one of y'all. uh Man, you're awesome, bro, honestly. But that's the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Is without you, without the other fans that are supporting us right now, we'll never get to that level of popularity and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate y'all. I can't wait to get back out to Portland to link with you again, Tim. Um, Man, do me a favor, bro. Go push your favorite track of mine. If it's the Monsters track, if it's You Said It Not Me, I remember you saying you like both of those tracks. Please go message somebody who you think would like the music, who you haven't told about my music yet. Please go tell them about the music, because like I said, word of mouth advertisement is one of the best forms of advertisement. I gotta get off. I really appreciate you watching. It was amazing to be able to get the love that we were shown last night. It's amazing to be able to have woke up today and be breathing and have our health, and to have so many loved ones and so much opportunity in my life. You know what I'm saying? You got to count your blessings, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are so many times where we overlook what we actually do have because we're striving to achieve, or we're striving to acquire. Fuck that. Be grateful for what you have, because you may not live any longer than right now. You might not live more than the next few moments. So be happy. Try to be as happy as you possibly can, man. And I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. Uh that's all I can say. So I'm gonna end it like that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you so much, bro. You have a good one, all right?